Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Blake and Sal Show with Mark. For over 10 years, dominating the podcast world. Now sit back, relax, and get ready to have some fun. Let's welcome your hosts, Blake, Sal, and Mark.
Bow your head, don't be bold. You'll survive by doing what you're told. Said love is earned, and we can't choose. But the more you grow, you know the truth. And all I want is to make you proud. If I would run, would I let you down? You said if I have to live without you, I don't wanna live forever in someone else's heaven. So let them close the gates. Oh, if they don't like the way you made, then they're not any better. If paradise is pressure, oh, we'll go to hell together.
Hello and welcome to the Blake and Sal Show with Mark, episode number 512. I am one of your hosts, Blake, and I, when people are hearing this, have finished my final IV chemo treatment. I'm getting that done. I'm actually editing that show as I'm sitting doing my final chemo treatment, this show right now. So, yay for that. Woo-hoo. And I love my new T-shirt that I'm wearing today. I'm wearing my fuck colon cancer T-shirt today. For that very reason. So, let's bring on my co-host. First of all, the man the mental legend Mark Dad is off this week. He is currently working on unclogging a vacuum of dog hair. Not even joking, even a little bit. That's what happens. You don't clean that vacuum living room for 4 months. That's what happens. Let's bring on the timeless one himself, the biggest on podcasting. Sal, how you doing?
Shit up, tits out, and watch for the shoe.
I see myself in you, and I love me.
We're going to use our guest for the day. What are we opening the show with? Because it's about to end.
This is the new David Archuleta called Hell Together, which was inspired by words said from his mother.
Very nice. I like it. I actually did not listen to it until we came on. I wanted to hear it fresh as we were sitting here. So very nice. I like this a lot. This is really cool.
Yeah.
It usually starts slow, but I'll do the exception to the rule for Pride Month. Definitely. So so anyway, we do have a special guest on the line. He is actually on location at his beach house currently. His Anne's beach house apparently right now. Dog sitting.
Oh, how fancy!
He traded a beach house for dog sitting. Go figure how that happens. But because hey, you know what I realized now? The sound's working, so we actually can enjoy his theme music for the first time in a long time.
Oh yay!
That's going to be on Instagram later. Let's bring on our special guest, one of our longest friends here on the show. Mike, how you doing?
I'm doing great, guys. Be doing a little bit better if Florida finished it in 5, but hey, who knows?
We'll get into that for a while, trust me.
Spoiler.
We have a lot of thoughts and a lot of things to talk about later, trust me. Yeah, it's been a while since we got to enjoy that music. It was nice. That was nice.
It was nice and clear.
I know, isn't it nice? Like, isn't it so nice? Who knew one little click of a button can fix all these problems we've been having for the last 3 years? So anyway, what's I'm going to get plugs out of the way before we get into things. First of all, as always, pick up Mandy's book. I Know I Am available on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and RTF Publishing in English and in Spanish.
Fuck them kids.
And
Thank you.
big announcement. This was announced on our Instagram. If you're not following our Instagram, go follow our Instagram. That's where our big announcements happen 90% of the time because that's where I'm on most of the time. That's social media I'm on most of the time. We are going to go back to doing live shows again. But here's the difference between when we did live shows the last time and we did live shows this time. I'm planning our live shows around our schedule. What we're doing instead of the other way around. Whatever time we're recording that day, it happens to be we're live, that's when we're going live. That's just how it's working. But
Sure.
and here's the thing: we're gonna go live on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, and Instagram. And and our first live show back will be on the 4th of July.
Yes.
This morning, where we're going to be previewing at night. It's going to be at 9 a.m. Eastern Time, 8 a.m. Central Time. I have a little graphic at the bottom of the screen here so everybody can see all the information on the video side. And we're previewing Money in the Bank, NXT Heat Wave, looking back at Forbidden Door, and whatever nonsense we get because we haven't done a morning show in a while, so this should be a lot of fun. We haven't worked so much ages, so it's going to be a fun one.
So before you stuff your face with wieners, you can listen to us.
God damn it.
You're welcome.
All right.
Thank you.
Before we get into the hockey stuff, we haven't done this in a while. But I between the last time we've been on here and now, I tend to watch a lot of stuff, which is not something I normally have the time to do. But I have had the time to actually catch up on some things. So three things I actually watched that are actually relevant and pretty new. First of all, because I had to watch it. I had to see this thing. I watched the 30 for 30. I'm just here for the riot over on ESPN Plus about the Vancouver riots from 2011. Boy, they got to the point quickly. If you ever want to watch a full-out riot, this is the one you watch. Holy crap! You want to know that how to do a riot? Watch this documentary. Oh, God damn. What's funny about it is I'm convinced after watching this that Vancouver never wants them to make a Stanley Cup Finals ever again because they have two games.
Oh, yeah.
Both 2 game sevens, 94 and in 2011. They lose them both, and there's riots both times.
Now, I thought they were supposed to be a peaceful people.
No. That's the funny part. Is the whole thing is hysterical because like we watched the end of the game 7 in Boston, Vancouver. But by the way, I forgot it was in Vancouver. I thought it was in Boston. I forgot the game was actually in Vancouver. I forgot that. And you could see everything happening, and all of a sudden they're cutting like to the news as this riot's going on. Like, what a disgrace for Canada! What a disgrace for the country! Absolutely hilarious. But I did arrested. The second half was them showing how this is the first riot of the social media era, where they were able to like track everybody from these photos through like a Facebook group and find out involved in the riot. It was a really interesting second half. Like, it was really, really interesting on what they did in the second half. So I do say, watch that if you're interested. It's definitely a fun. It's only like 45 minutes or an hour, so it's actually really quick. It's not that long. Okay. Not bad. Second one, and this is what I told Sal. I told Sal about it because I found out. This is called How Music Got Free on Paramount Plus. It's a 2-part docuseries, only 2 parts, about 45 minutes each. Not bad at all. And if you've never heard of it, this one is pretty much about when pretty much Napster and like streaming and all the music started becoming MP3s and how the music industry crashed. And the fun part for me wasn't just that. You know what they actually did? They found all the people behind this, all the people that were like leaking the music. They found them all and interviewed them all. It was actually really funny. It was one of the funnier things. I think I appreciate a good documentary where you actually find people. You're not just talking about them. You actually found the actual people that leaked all the music, and they told their story. And I'm like, this is really interesting. Oh, well done. Sal, you'll greatly appreciate it. That's because you lived.
I'm sure I will.
Because you lived that world.
I did.
Like, you'll greatly appreciate it. Like, they had like Eminem and like all them on the documentary. They interviewed action musicians. It was a really well done 2-part docuseries, and I applaud them for it. Well done on that. And finally, on Father's Day, we went to the movies. I think for the first time this year, we went to the movies, and it was actually the whole family, all of us. It was me, Andy, CJ, Kyle, Dad, and his girlfriend Judy. All of us went to the movies, and went to Inside Out 2. And if you enjoyed Inside Out, you will enjoy Inside Out too.
Nice.
This is such a good movie. And I have to admit, and I'm trying not to spoil it. I don't want to spoil people that haven't seen it, even though if you've seen the fucking numbers, it's literally the second biggest opening ever in Pixar history.
Was it really?
Yeah, it was. It was the second biggest opening
Wow.
behind The Incredibles 2. It was the second biggest opening.
Oh.
Like our theater was like almost full when we were there.
Wow.
And it was like a 12, like an 8, 12:30 showing on Father's Day, and the theater was almost full. So,
Wow.
but I gotta admit, it was well done. And like, if you've ever want to see the inside of like someone who has anxiety brain, this is the movie for you. And boy, I learned a lot. It was on Amanda's brain watching this movie. But no, well done. I gave credit where it's due. The new emotions were great. The story was really, really good. And for those who just want to intertwine with hockey, there's a lot of hockey in this movie. So there you go. That too. There's that too. So,
Wonderful.
yeah, because Riley plays hockey in this movie. He goes to a hockey camp and everything in this movie. So there's a lot of hockey. So well done. Definitely go see it if you haven't seen it already. And I think a lot of people have, but definitely want to make sure everyone who hasn't seen it yet go see Inside Out too. All right. That being said, those are our reviews. Let's do this.
And now, let's see what's going on in the wild world of sports.
All right. Before we get
That's such an abrupt end.
actually, let me ask Mike. Mike, do you recognize the music from that Valentine's? I know you guys apparently never heard it. You guys have never heard it, apparently. Do you actually recognize the music from that?
From what you just played?
Yeah.
God, I recognize it, but I don't exactly know where. It's from something.
It's
I mean,
from-
obviously.
It's from the old NHL Tonight back in ESPN2.
I thought I knew it had to be, or at least I figured it was like
It was
sport
a deep
related.
cut. I did it on purpose, but apparently no one heard it until like about 3 weeks ago. So like, apparently
This whole time, Mike, there was music, and none of us heard it because we had no soundboard.
no soundboard that works like this one does. So
Well, yeah, that's true.
go figure. I had to get apparently my soundboard had to die, and then I had to play with TikTok, play with Zoom to set up the soundboard to figure out what was wrong. Go figure, right? So anyway, that being said, before we get to some of the major stuff, we have a little bit of news notes we have to get to. By the way, Sal, you'd be proud of me. I actually cut things from the run sheet for time. You're proud of me.
Oh, wow.
I cut things for time, just so you know, because I wanted to do a bit, so I cut some actual other stuff for time.
Take note, Tony Khan.
I know, right? Like seriously, I wanted to do a bit, and I remember that I was sitting here setting up, like, oh yeah, I wanted to do a bit on this show, so I cut something to do the bit. So I'm very proud of myself for that. Well, before we get to that, little news and notes. Sal, why don't you tell us these two news? They're both doubles related. But this one's firstly really sad, and I did not know you knew. I was hoping I'd tell you on the air, but apparently you found out right before we came on the show. So go ahead.
I wouldn't have known, and I found out I follow Arlette on Facebook, and she posted about it. That's how I found out.
I found out on the Level Double podcast. So,
But MSG has let go of Erica Wachter.
it's so sad. I love her.
So upset about this.
Like, I'm so sad about this. I love her so much. Like, she was fantastic at her job. Like, she was great at it. Her and freaking Bryce had amazing fucking chemistry. Like,
I'm really upset.
Mike, any thoughts?
Is there any way she could replace Emily Kaplan on ESPN?
Oh my god, I love Emily Kaplan as a news person, but as a fucking, I do love.
Oh, for an NHL analysis, like, oh my god, and the hair every single time is different, and I don't know why, but that bothers me.
Well, what bothers
need
you, that, or do you have issues with her saying goodbye in different languages all the time? That cracks me up. That actually makes me laugh all the time when you just goodbye in different languages.
I think by then I'm already done with her. But
Funny. Well, she does work for NHL Network still too, so who knows? Like, who knows what's going to happen there?
But I mean, that's a shame though. Like, I know if like Steph really liked her too, and you can really tell like when she was gone, when she was having like the baby and everything, like there was definitely like that missing component. And I guess MSG just happened to miss out on the fact of like, hey, like this isn't quite the same without her. And I guess just decided like, oh well, let's just do it forward the rest of the way like that. But I mean, I don't know. I don't get it personally, but maybe there's something else behind the scenes we don't know.
I don't know, and so I'm interested because she put out the whole little video that they're. I don't even know what she even said. But I was listening to, but I was too sad to actually watch the whole video because I'm like, damn it, I really liked her. Like, that's sad. And like, I don't know who they're going to replace her, or Bryce is going to do everything by himself, which is going to be weird. Like, I don't know. It's going to be strange.
When Deb Placey left, I was devastated because we we all love Deb,
an old friend of
the show.
Yeah.
And when she came on board, I was like, "You're never going to be a Deb Placey. Get out of here. Get off my TV, you hussy." But I fell in love with her. I love her so much. She makes the show. So for me, she. I'm so sad.
The happy face.
I have no words.
Like from here, especially for me here, and I will see the pre-show here. Whenever we go from the show on, Eric Walker's the first face that I saw. Like, he's literally the first thing they'd say when the feed comes on here on ESPN Plus. So like, it's gonna be weird in October when the season starts. He's not there. All right, happy news. The other big news. I cannot believe fucking Fritz pulled this off. It's so minimal. Sal, go ahead.
The New Jersey Devils have traded Kevin Ball and a top 10 projected 2025 first round pick.
I meant to say protected. Sorry. I'm going to put protected, not projected. Sorry. I was typing fast.
Okay. Oops. To the Calgary Flames for Jacob Markstrom. Woo!
I have no idea how he pulled that off. Like, how the hell did he steal Jacob Markstrom from the fucking Calgary Flames? Like, he literally stole them. And I know you're like, he's a little older. You told me that too on the phone.
Yeah.
Like, he has 2 years on his contract. And, I forgot to throw in the fact that Calgary is paying 31% of his fucking salary for the next 2 years.
Wonderful.
So, like, we're not even paying his full salary. The protected part, by the way, they put the protected part in because the top 10 protected means if for some reason we have another bad season next year, which I hope God we don't. But if something happens, then we don't lose our first round pick next year. That's what this is for. If for some reason we have another shitty year, but hopefully we do not. I mean, hopefully it was a fluke year. We got our goaltending and we got our scoring. We just got to figure out some defense issues and we're good. Mike, your thoughts as the outsider here?
I mean, what's it like? I think I saw a stat earlier that within like the last 5 years, he'll be like your 12th or 13th different starting goalie that the Devils have had. It's something to that extent. So, I mean,
I guess in our defense, during the pandemic, that one pandemic season, we had like 7 goaltenders because of COVID. So, like in our defense, like 4 of our goaltenders got COVID during the pandemic. So, like in our defense.
Fair enough. But nonetheless, I mean, I think it's a great pickup. My only thought, I mean, there is that concern with like age, but I mean, like, look at what Bobrovsky's done, just minus the last couple games, depending on when you're watching this. But like, look at what, and he's even older. Goalies generally wind up still playing at a higher level, a little bit more into their 30s, than like most like positions. So, I mean, we'll see. He's only 34. It's not like he's ancient either. And you have so much young talent. What's a first round pick to you guys at this point? Like whether it's this year or next year, if you guys do like screw it up again this year. So, I mean, honestly, I think he was like one of the best goalies that were on the market. And I know he was really like pissed off and basically hated being in Calgary. Especially probably seeing how much success Kachuk has had since he's left Calgary. Maybe he's thinking the exact same deal. It's like, if I get out of here, maybe I can do something with my career with what time I have left. So, I mean, all in all, I think it's probably the best pickup that you could have this summer.
Yeah, the funny part is I remember last year he waived his no move clause to come here, and then the trade fell through. I don't even know why it just fell through because Calgary's dumb, and they fucked up the trade, so he didn't come here. So the fact that, by the way, he only waived his no move clause for 2 teams, and it was here and Toronto. And really, Toronto was just because he couldn't just have one team. They wouldn't let him just have one team.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. And if you watch his video, apparently I'm watching it, but apparently on his arrival video, the press conference, he's like praising the state of New Jersey and wants to come live in New Jersey. And I'm like, what the hell is Fitz telling people? Like, what the hell is Fitz telling people about to come here?
Telling the shore.
It's absolutely amazing. Like,
we're by the ocean.
Well played. But no, like I give Fitz all the credit in the world for pulling this off and convincing people to want to come to New Jersey. Like, go figure. Go figure. So
It's a young core, it's a talented core. Like you really, if you can get in like at the ground level with these guys, once they start actually like hitting more of their prime, and what it really comes down to is just the fact that like I mean, he's been looking for like that kind of like set team, and I bet you anything that Calgary probably got less trading him now than what they would have gotten if they traded him mid-season to the Devils. I bet you there was
last season,
probably a
even last
couple
season,
draft picks.
even last
Yeah,
year,
yeah,
like
yeah. I bet you anything they got less.
no, I sent Sal the graphic from the NHL's Instagram page. The Devils core right now: Bratt, Markstrom, Hamilton, Luke Hughes, Jack Hughes, Nico Hischier, and Timo Meyer. Wow, that is talent. That is just straight up talent.
Oh, let's see if we can do something with it.
Yeah, it doesn't include like Mercer and all them in it either. Like it's a really good lot of. Well, the problem, the one thing they have to figure out, and I'm dead serious here. We're joking about it. They need some grit to protect Jack Hughes. That's what they need. They need grit. They need someone to actually hit somebody on the fucking first line to protect Jack Hughes. Because Jack Hughes keeps getting hurt because he keeps taking these ridiculous hits. Like that's the problem. You know, I don't blame Jack Hughes for his injuries. He's doing his damn job out there. He's just taking really crazy hits. You know?
Yeah.
Well, Timo's got that size, but you guys need people who play like of that whole core you mentioned. You have Luke Hughes and you have of course Dougie.
As long as Dougie's
They're
back and healthy.
defensemen.
If Dougie's back
Like,
and healthy.
well, Dougie coming back is going to be big because I think really screwed the pooch last year. But like you guys, you need defense to actually play defense as well. Like it's nice to see like Hughes and Hamilton getting on the score sheet all the time. But I mean, I've been through it. Like how many times have I bitched? Have you guys heard of me bitching about Letang for years? Oh yeah, he's great. He's a Norris candidate, all this shit. But you know, he's on the offense all the time. He gets caught up ice, and it's always up to like our other D guy. And it's just, it's you can't have those like fast breaks all the time, especially if
It's
you have
hysterical how a
sub-caliber
team like the
goaltending.
Devils are having issues with defense. I think that's hysterical to me. Like the history we had in the late 90s, early 2000s, and now we're having trouble with defense in 2024. How that happened. Yeah. So, all right. Let's move on. Let's get to the Stanley Cup Finals. So, okay, before we get to the actual finals, and that'll actually be an extra little thing we're going to put up because of the fact we're recording this on Thursday and in Game 6. Game 6 is on Friday, so I'll put this extra up. Before we get to that, we have to address something that I promised everyone on last week's show with Rich was here that we'd address this. And why I have this on my soundboard now.
I hate you all, every single one of you.
Thank you.
So instead, before we get to it, we're going to play it. We're doing an extra little thing here because we haven't done this in a while.
Believe it or not, George, even at home, please leave a message at the beep. I must be out, or I'd pick up the phone. Where could I be? Believe it or not, I'm not home.
So the last time we did this, we had John here, and we had John read the voicemail. This time, Mike's here, and I put it on the run sheet, and I'll put it on the screen for everyone to see it on the video side. So, Mike, why don't you read with a Google Translate machine translated Tim's wonderful voicemail, and then we'll play it for those who did not hear our Stanley Cup preview show a couple weeks ago.
All right, are you ready for this?
Go for it. That's fantastic.
All right. I hate you all, every single one of you. You're cheaters, you're liars. The whole thing is raped. I don't know what you guys have done. It says raped. I don't know what power you have over the National Hockey League. I have no freaking idea. But it's not even possible that I could have gotten so much wrong. Like I would have had to have had been trying to get things wrong. Trust me, I wasn't. I don't hate you guys. I really don't. I'm just, frustrated and BS jealous. Like my soul is dying. You guys don't care though. You don't care as long as you get your win. That's all. That's fine. Edmonton Oilers in 6 games. That's where this is going to go, which is already wrong. Connor McDavid. Connor McDavid he's yeah. I know he's the easy choice, but he's the right choice for the cotton tonight.
The cotton.
He's white. Anyway, I mean, number 1 points. Get her right now. I mean, he's got to take the thing. Yeah. So Oilers and Sex Floor is going to put up a little bit of a fight, but they don't have the same power. Connor McDavid for the concert, and here's where it is. I hope all of you are able to sleep well at night, knowing what you did. You should be ashamed of yourselves. Love you guys. Bye-bye.
We had to love you guys.
Okay. Can I make a suggestion that the name of this episode is called So Oilers and Sex Floor? I just leave it at that. So Oilers and Sex Floor. That's it.
I'll write it down and then press this button.
I'm for it.
We need to play.
That's the best part of that whole transcript.
Every single one of you, you're cheaters, you're liars. The whole thing is rigged. I don't know what you guys have done. I don't know what power you have over the National Hockey League. I have no freaking idea. But it's not even possible that I could have gotten so much wrong. Like, I would have had to have been trying to get things wrong. And trust me, I wasn't. Oh, I don't hate you guys. I really don't. I'm just, frustrated, envious, jealous. My soul is dying. You guys don't care, though. You don't care. As long as you get your win, that's all. That's fine. Edmonton Oilers in 6 games. That's where this is going to go. Connor McDavid. Connor McDavid I know he's the easy choice, but he's the right choice for the Conn Smythe. I mean, number 1 points getter right now. I mean, he's it. He's got to take the thing. Yeah. So Oilers in 6. Florida's going to put up a little bit of a fight, but they don't have the staying power.
Oops.
Connor McDavid on Smythe. And there's where it is. And I hope all of you are able to sleep well at night, knowing what you did. You should be ashamed of yourselves. Love you guys. Bye-bye.
God damn it, Tim. By the way, I want to know, that was the longest voicemail he called it the entire playoff run. That was the longest one. That's the best part.
Round of 1 game.
Holy hell. That was amazing. That was absolutely amazing. I listened to that when I was editing the show, and I'm like, I have to save this from the 3 of us together. I have to save it. So now we'll talk about the finals. Because I'll say right now, we are recording on Thursday night. Game 6 is on Friday. Game 7 would be Monday. The show goes up on Saturday. So we'll put the video up a little early so people can see our thoughts on the finals. A little behind the scenes for those who don't know, and did not follow, we'll kind of skip our actual Stanley Cup episodes and listen to the main show. Which, by the way, a lot of people do. Look at the numbers. More people listen to the main show than that. So that's absolutely fine. I understand that. So here's what happened. If Florida got the head out of their asses in Game 5, we would be sitting here talking about Mike having won the entire game, pulling off one of the biggest turnarounds in the history of this game ever.
It would have been,
because he was literally in last place after the second round, and if Florida won the damn series in 5, he would have won the whole game. That's how much of a turnaround this was. But it didn't happen. Instead, here we are going into a Game 6, going back to Edmonton. And so I'm going to throw something out here. I heard a theory on WFAN a couple weeks ago that to end a curse or end a streak in sport, it's got to be done in fashion and style. Hence, the Boston Red Sox beating the New York Yankees in the 2004 ALCS, or the way the Cubs won their World Series, which is absolutely insane. Or even let's go to hockey, Team Canada beating Team USA in the Olympics that one year, that unbelievable gold medal game, one of the best hockey games I've probably ever seen. You have to do it in dramatic fashion. What is more dramatic than a reverse sweep?
Yeah.
What's more dramatic than that? Something that's only been done once ever in the history of the sport, and ironically, it was by a Canadian team in the 40s.
It's gonna happen 3
history of the
times.
finals. In the history of the finals. Sorry.
Oh.
Finals. Sorry for correcting myself. In the history of the finals. Only happened once in the history of the finals. Although he did mention Connor McDavid. Connor McDavid, fucking hell, he's breaking all the records. He decided, as I said, let me actually read that I said this out. So I was just in a mood this morning. Where is it? Here's the problem. Me and Seth talk a lot. That is to find where it was in this conversation.
Yeah.
Right. Me and him do talk a lot. Connor is like, here it is. I found it. Connor is like, fuck, reverse sweep and break the record books. Just hand me the Conn Smythe. That's what I texted him this morning. When you realize that Connor McDavid, number one, broke Greg Gretzky's assist record for an all-time for the playoffs, for a playoff season, and now is he has 42 points going into game 6. The record is 47, held by Gretzky. 26 points from breaking another Gretzky record in the playoffs for more points in a playoff year. Now that we're past the whole wanting Mike to win the series and win the game, and what everyone we were all doing in game 5 with everyone but Leandro because he didn't even know.
Again,
do we think a reverse sweep now is possible, Sal?
I can see it happening, but I don't think it's going to happen.
Yeah, I'm leaning toward it might. It might. How good Edmonton is. And Connor McDavid apparently decided, fuck it, I'm going to do whatever I want and prove to you I'm the best player in the world. Like, did you see the video of one of his assistants on NHL that he decided to split through 4 players and then pass it to a wide open man? I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, what the hell did you just do? Like, it's not fair. Like, it's just not fair to watch him play sometimes. Mike, what do you think? Can a reverse sweep happen?
I mean, okay. So a team has been up at where it's gone to at least game 7 a total of 9 times.
Right.
4 of those have actually been so like I'm a little worried because technically if Edmonton wins game 6, 4 out of the 5 times the team that was actually down 3-0 has won game 7. And Edmonton's really been like playing, but I just don't see it. Maybe in 6, maybe in 7. I think Florida's still going to wind up getting it at this point. It's just so hard to come back from that much. I really doubt it. I mean, it would really be, if this is how McDavid's going to get his first cup, bringing it back to Canada and all that, they're definitely doing it in the flashy sense that was mentioned before, but I just, I can't imagine. I mean, it's hard to like, be like, yeah, it's definitely going to happen. I can't see it.
But it's interesting here is somebody threw out the last time there has been a couple of times this season that Edmonton lost 3 straight. And after the loss, those 3 times, they won 5, 6, and 8 in a row. So it's not like they haven't won 4 games in a row after losing 3 straight. I know it's had to hit the same team, and I know it's different in the playoffs, but it has happened this season. So it's not like it's impossible.
Yeah.
They have done it. Like, it's crazy when you look at it from that perspective. So weirder things have happened. And as I was joking earlier on my Instagram about something completely different, why not? 2024 is turning into the weirdest year ever. So why the hell not? It's turning into it. So somebody said 2024 is going to be the strangest year of all time. So why not make it this part of it too? You know? All right. So the reason we're here, the NHL Awards, it's happening, but apparently half the awards have already been announced. So what the hell is the point of this award show now? I have no idea what the point of the award show at this point is. I'm not watching it because I'm going to throw this out there right now. For those wondering, I'm not watching the awards. I'm not watching the draft because it happens to be on CJ's birthday weekend. And I'll be at Reunion, having pizza and playing video games on the night of the awards on CJ's birthday. And I'll be at Great Wolf Lodge the rest of the weekend. So literally right before Forbidden Door, right before Forbidden Door on the 30th, I'm gonna be at Great Wolf Lodge. So
Nice.
So I will not be around the entire weekend. That's what it is. But in fact, the show you'll be hearing next week will be recorded before all of that. Like, we're recording it on Wednesday next week instead of Thursday because I am so busy the rest of the week next week. So that's that. But anyway, NHL Awards. Before we get to the actual the categories that actually don't have winners, we always go through the big ones at the top here. First of all, Nikita Kucherov won the Art Ross again this year with 144 points, which is absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely
Yeah.
insane. Not to be on Austin Matthews decided. By the way, I don't. People have been trying to avoid saying how many goals he had because they realize how hysterical it is. But I don't care on this show. I don't give a fuck on this damn show. So he won the Maurice Rocket Richard Trophy with 69 goals.
69.
Nice.
Nice.
They're not clipping the show. They're not clipping this week. The Williams Jennings Trophy went to the Connor Hunnebuck. So then we get to the actual awards. The Masters Memorial Trophy for perseverance, sportsmanship, went to Connor Ingram from the Arizona Coyotes. Hey, they won something.
Who? Who's that?
Sorry, the Utah Yeti. I'm sorry, my bad. That's bad. Sorry, okay, I'm going to defer this because I forgot to put it on the red sheet. I didn't want to discuss this. Thank you for reminding me. So Utah is coming into the league at the Utah Hockey Club this year, which, by the way, I can't stand it, but Sal loves it.
I'm so excited.
I love this so much. I know we're down to 3 teams. I am personally rooting for the Utah Yeti. That's what I'm personally rooting for. I really, really, really want hockey named the Yeti for no real apparent reason. I didn't think it's hysterical. Mike, your thoughts on all this ridiculous? Because we've been talking about this for weeks. all this.
I just don't like the whole hockey team. Like, we went through that enough with football in Washington.
And Sal loved that too. Sal loved that too. For a man who
go football team, go.
For a man who hates everything to the point where he has this on the soundboard.
Let's see who Sal hated today.
He loved football team and hockey team. Go figure. But here's the irony. Here's the irony of this. He hated the fact that the PWHL team didn't have names. That's the irony of all this.
Yes.
It'd be his whole league then.
I know. That's the irony.
Listen, I got to keep everyone guessing, okay?
I didn't know. Oh my God. I know. It's just so ironic to me all the time. It's not the thing. Anyway, so, sorry, Mike, back to you. I'm sorry. We've been joking about this for weeks. Do you agree with me on Utah Yeti at least? I love that name. I'm sorry.
I don't hate it. I don't even know what names are actually up. I haven't really been following it, to be honest. Is it?
We've been obsessed with it. Don't mind us. We've kind of been obsessed with this since Arizona, since the Coyote graduated from college. We've kind of been obsessed with this.
Yeah.
I mean, the fact that we literally started a show with that joke and then moved on with our show that week. We literally opened up a show with, so the Arizona Coyote graduated from college and moved to Utah and then moved on with the show like nothing happened.
Oh my God.
Facts.
The best part is that we had fucking John on the show to talk wrestling and we opened up with that joke and then moved on. He had no idea what we were talking about. That was the best part about that. Okay, here we go. I do have it from the NHL.com. This is official from the NHL.com. The teams that are left, the team names that are left are Utah Hockey Club.
As an actual, like, that's it?
That's listed as
an actual choice, yes.
This is from Utah itself. This is from the Utah fan base. This is actually what's voted on. The teams that are left. Second phase of voting. Utah Hockey Club, the Utah Blizzard, the Utah Mammoth, the Utah Outlaws, which, by the way, I guarantee they're not going to be allowed to use. I think that team is in like a romance novel somewhere. The Utah Venom and the Utah Yeti, which is my personal favorite one. Mike, your thoughts?
I might be with the Yeti. I don't hate it. It's not
it's the
bad.
best one out of the rest of them, so.
That is the quote of the day. I might be with the Yeti.
I might be with the Yeti. Yo, I would rock the dude and just have their jerseys like the old like Iceland jerseys from the Mighty Ducks too, but like have Yeti across their stuff or Utah, like just that color scheme. And
I like that. I like that a lot.
New name for the show.
Go for it.
New name might be with the Yeti on the sex floor.
That sounds like a Panic at the Disco song.
Hey, maybe we can have AI record a song for us.
This is not we're not Evan Roberts on Evan and Tiki doing AI songs. We're not doing that on the show. That's his job.
Okay.
Oh my God. This is such a random title. Might be with the Yeti on the sex floor. It's actually written down in my notes. It's so random. Holy shit. Okay. What was the other thing? Oh, by the way, did anyone see the new Mighty Ducks jerseys yet?
Yes, the leak. Is that?
Is that the real jersey? I want one now. I want one tomorrow.
It looks really cool.
They're going back to the old logo, like the old Mighty Ducks logo, and they have it on like an orange and
with
black.
like the new color scheme.
I love it. I absolutely adore it. And we're planning a trip to Disneyland next year during the season. If I can like sneak my way over to the pond, I know it's not the pond anymore. People don't yell at me. I still call it the pond. If I can sneak my way over to the pond, I'll go buy that jersey.
Oh, that's kind of nice.
I really want that jersey.
Right? It looks cool.
That does look cool.
So, I do have the D5 Mighty Ducks jersey in my closet. So I would totally put that jersey next to it, like 100%.
Yes.
So, all right. We should back where we were talking about. Oh yeah, where were we? Oh yeah, we were on Arizona Coyotes, but led us to Utah, which led us jerseys, led us to the Mighty Ducks. That's how we ended up here. That's how we ended up here. That's why I told Andy, I'm like, I can't tell you how long we're gonna go because I have no clue how long our race is gonna go.
You shortened it.
Okay. By the way, so they've been making fun of this actually on the fans. The Mark Messier Leadership Award wins to Jacob Trouba from the Rangers. I'm sorry, that's funny to me. That's really damn funny to me.
Oh, that's a fix.
I know, that would make me laugh. And the King Clancy Memorial Trophy went to Andrews Lee from the New York Islanders. The next batch of awards, I'm not reading more. Sal, why don't you read the next batch of awards that were actually already awarded? Apparently, because they don't know what an award show is.
No. Jack Adams, Coach of the Year, went to Rick Tocchet.
Okay.
Sure. From the Canucks. The Selkie, Best Defensive Forward, went to Alexander Barkov. Boo. Mike's favorite award, the Lady Bing. Sportsmanship and Excellence went to Jacob Slavin from Hurricanes. And the Jim Gregory General Manager of the Year award. They're really getting lazy with these names. Went to Jim Nill from Dallas Stars.
You know the funny part about the Jim Gregory? I didn't realize that award's been around for like six or 7 years. I didn't realize it's been around that long. Because on Wikipedia, making sure to see what awards got awarded already. I'm like, this award's been around that many years? Really?
Did they change the name?
No, it's been the Jim Gregory General Manager Award the entire time, apparently. By hitting thoughts on these awards that have been already awarded.
My only thought is, I mean, it's about time a Coyote finally won the Bill Masterson for being on the Coyotes. I know Clayton Keller was nominated last year, but it took Letang to have a second stroke to win. So it's nice to see Arizona finally getting some kind of award. Other than that, I mean, I don't think I have any complaints with. I mean, the Trouba one is just kind of atrocious. I mean, he is. I don't know. I know it's a very anti-Ranger. Yeah, that confuses me. And I'm not sure what the guy in Dallas even did this year, but other than that, I guess I'm fine with them.
Oh my god. I don't know what the fuck boner. Why is it awkward? I don't know why it says that on here. I didn't know that the stream.
Well, when you get a boner, it's kind of awkward sometimes. Not always.
I'm putting together a blooper reel for this year. I'm just going to write that down. I'm just writing that down. There's going to be the best part is that Sal doesn't remember half the stuff that he says.
Another idea for a show name.
Oh no, we're going to have room. Go for it.
Yeti's on the sex floor with an awkward boner.
The name of the episode's gonna be longer than the episode soon.
No, there is nothing. Okay, no, we keep going off on tangents today. Back when I was doing D5, Niall McGowan from Bat Minute would come on the show, and the titles of his episodes were the most ridiculous titles ever because he would just say something, and then I'd write it down, and then I'd bring, what the fuck did I write down? And then I'm like, oh, there's the title. I have no clue what the fuck I'm talking about. This title, but it's one of the funnier ones I've written down in a while. But it became like these long ass titles, like these really ridiculous titles. I'm trying to get one up on my phone here because it got ridiculous. Some of these titles that we were doing. Oh, by the way, can I just give a little shit to him right now while I look this up real fast? So That Minute this season, they're doing some animated movies right now just to fill some time between seasons. And for 3 years. I got shit from Niall for doing D5 5 minutes at a time instead of doing 1 minute at a time. Guess what? This season, you're doing a 5 minute at a time season.
Oh, look at that.
For years, I got
Who's the trendsetter?
so I just one of those like, yeah, he gave me shit for so many fucking years for that. So I just wanted to make sure I said that on here because I messaged that to John immediately. I'm like, oh really? Now you're doing 5 minutes of time after all the shit you guys gave me? After all the shit.
That's right.
Like,
That's
holy
right.
hell. By the way, I'm sorry. I totally got distracted by the ridiculous titles of some of these episodes from D5. I totally got ridiculous. It's not even what I'm looking for, but I totally got distracted for a second there. But okay, let's move on before while I find this. It will be funny when I find it. Let's go back to the awards. Can we just call this the Connor Bedard Award because we're going from the bottom to the top here? They call it a Memorial Trophy for the Rookie of the Year. Connor Bedard, Chicago Blackhawks, Brock Faber from the Minnesota Wild, and Luke Hughes from the Jersey Devils. Also, everyone knows again another award because last year they made up an award. They gave him an award last year, so this year they actually give him an award. That makes sense. I know we want Luke Hughes from, but he's not winning this year.
I mean, I think we're just gonna save time. It's Bedard on the dance floor with the candlestick.
Oh, this episode title is so long that I had to click on the episode to read it. That's how long this episode title was. So I found it. D3, episode 11. This is exactly what it's right here. I'm not joking. D5 3, colon, the Mighty Ducks are the champions, colon, Coda, colon, the death of the Mighty Ducks.
What?
Exactly. That's how ridiculous the title of the Nile episode became. By the way, can I just say something? If Jack Hughes did not get hurt, there was a possibility of having all 3 Hughes brothers nominated for awards in the same year if Jack didn't spend half the damn year hurt. You know, they would have found a category
that would have been cool
to nominate them just to have all 3 Hughes brothers nominated in the same year because they probably will never have an opportunity ever again. So,
yeah.
Mike, take the Vezina.
Vezina Trophy. We have Sergei Bobrovsky of the Panthers, Thatcher Demko of the Canucks, and Connor Hellebuck of the Jets.
Yawn.
I love the yawn. I was like, that was fantastic timing. So that was great. I probably wasn't intentional. That was great timing.
That was not intentional.
Fantastic. I guess Bobrovsky. I don't even know who was this. Mike, what do you think?
I think it's going to be Hellebuck again. I think he's going to get it.
Back.
No, Mike is usually right, so I'm going with him.
Fair enough. Fair enough. So, okay, a little behind the scenes on the next category. I was typing so fast, copying and pasting, that I made a mistake and Mike called me out off the air. So I'm going to call myself out on the air because Mike was looking over the run sheet for the Morris Trophy. And because I was typing so fast this morning, when I was putting together run sheets, I accidentally listed Austin Matthews on the Norris Trophy.
69.
Instead of Cale Makar.
Oh, oops.
So I just wanted to call myself out for that. People always say I don't give myself shit, so I'm going to call myself out for that one. So for real though, the Norris Trophy. Go ahead.
We have Quinn Hughes from the Canucks, Roman Josi from the Predator, Tom Walker from the Colorado Avalanche.
Not Austin Matthews. Not Austin Matthews.
Right.
I feel like this is almost Quinn Hughes' award to lose. He had a great season. He had a great fucking
He did have a really good season.
I didn't like it's quietly. It kind of happened in the background because we're worrying about our Hughes brothers on our team, and I don't fully pay attention to the Western Conference that much. So all of a sudden, they're talking about Quinn Hughes. I'm like, look where it's at. Like, holy fuck, he's having a great year. He's having a great year. I did not expect that.
Did he have 100 points or something?
I'll look at real fast. He didn't. I don't think he's
92.
92. That's still a great year for him.
92.
It's a great year for a defenseman.
That's pretty damn fucking good, though.
It really is,
Yeah.
especially for a defenseman. Mike, your thoughts? You've seen the one that was.
I mean,
Yeah, by the
and
way, I want to make a note. Let me make a note. I was laughing during Tim's audio report because for years Mike complained about I get everything wrong, I get everything wrong, I get everything wrong. But yet when we do the NHL awards, Mike gets everything right. So go ahead.
well, it's the same thing that I basically bitch about every year, but I'm still going to bitch about it anyway because I have airtime and, well, I guess Blake could stop me. He did already once. Anyway, the Norris
Your
Trophy
soapbox,
basically...
Mike. Don't let them tell you otherwise.
I should play him off, so. We did the dad last week.
I'm just not giving my picks anymore here. You're on your own.
Go ahead, Mike.
No.
What are your thoughts?
It's basically it's the Art Ross of defensemen. Dicks.
Why would you do that?
They basically asked for it. Quinn Hughes in 6.
You really just set me up for that. You really did. Holy shit, that was really funny. Okay.
You made me bleed.
Oops, the problem.
Oops.
Holy shit, makes me regretting this new soundboard over and over again. We continue on with the show. Just regretting this new soundboard. Holy shit. Sometimes it's just too easy. All right. I guess we have 2 left. The Ted Lindsay Award is his outstanding player. And by the way, I do like the fact that it's slightly different. Not entirely different, but slightly different this year. The Ted Lindsay Award is the player Nikita Kucherov, Tampa. Nathan McKinnon from Colorado, and Austin Matthews is actually in this category for real for Toronto. And it's between Kucherov and Matthews, obviously. So, Mike, did they cancel each other out? McKinnon wins? Is that how this works?
I mean, my way of looking at it is like, like for some reason McDavid is not up for outstanding player. I know he's up for MVP, but the same too. So I feel like it is either between McKinnon and Kucherov. I don't think, but I don't know. Matthews had so many goals.
Nice.
I think actually probably would wind up being Matthews. I think the almost nearly 70 goals hasn't been done in like a long time, and I think he gets this one and then doesn't even get nominated for the MVP. But I think Austin Matthews.
Figure how that works. So Mike, why don't you tell us who is nominated for the Hart?
So for the Hart, we have the same 2 douches we just mentioned, and Connor McDavid, Nikita Kucherov, and Nathan McKinnon being those other 2.
So is it as simple as when we announced the awards and they put out the bracket that said 98% go to Connor McDavid and then 1% is a wise ass and gives like Kucherov because they're a wise ass because they're in Tampa? Is that how this works? Like it always does. And then the other 1% is some random player that's not even in the top 3, like happened last year.
Listen, I think I know exactly who's going to win this one, and I'm going to quote Tim. Connor McDavid is he's yeah. I know he's the easy choice, but he's the right choice.
Nice.
Oh, that was great.
Nice.
Awesome.
I guess that is our award. God damn it. It's what happened to 3 of us. It's getting late. The sun's going down literally behind Mike right now. This has literally been going down this entire show. Like, it's been actually funny.
Right out here before.
If you couldn't tell that we do this show at night, you could tell by Mike's background today that the sun's been going down as we're going.
Yes.
Actually, you know what's funny is we've had the heat dome here for the last. I don't know how bad it's been. I know about you guys, it's been bad. Here we hit 95 yesterday. I woke up this morning for work at 65 degrees outside. I woke up for work this morning after the heat dome. I'm like, holy hell, what a difference! Like it was so nice and relaxing for the first time in like 3 days around here this morning. Ay. So I guess this is where we should get out of here because we're just getting loopy at this point. And for some reason, when the 3 of us are together, we somehow stay in an hour. I have no clue how that happens. I have no clue how that happens. So I'm gonna hit this.
Order.
Yeah. We're gonna actually play us out with another song for Pride Month next week. By the way, I have some doozies playing for John on the show, but leave it at that. I have some doozies playing next week.
God, okay.
But we're gonna close with a song from The Prom. This is Unruly Heart by Joe Ellen Perman and the cast of The Prom. This is the Netflix TV movie version, even though I do have both versions. I do like both versions, but I went with the Netflix movie version instead. So let's get out of here. Sal, take it away.
To have more information on our show, including where you can find us on social media or watch the show on YouTube, go to the BlakeandSalShow.com and please don't forget, comment or leave a rating and review, and we will read it on the show.
Mike, thank you as always for coming on. This is always fun. Always fun.
Oh, absolutely. It's a pleasure.
We'll have to come on sometime near by the end of the summer so we can see what's going on with free agency and everything. Probably before the season starts. The problem is our summer plans are already pretty much booked because of our vacation. We're both taking vacations this summer. So, like, we both had to plan our own vacations. Legitimately.
This is my first vacation in 9 years.
Yeah, like, legitimately, we're both going on vacation this summer. Like, legitimately. Like,
Good for you guys.
it's weird how that works. Like, for real, Dad went on vacation last time. That's why I wasn't here a couple weeks ago. He was on vacation. So, like, we're all actually taking real vacations this year. So,
yeah, you guys earn it.
Yeah, besides our actual break we take, we're actually going out of town. All right, on that note, next week, Sal will be off because he's going to work. And but Mark will be here. And John Parker will be here. And we're going to preview AEW New Japan Forbidden Door. And he's going to tell me what the fuck's going on with those people that I don't know who they are. Because that's fun. Because that's what John does. Because
that's right.
For those wrestlers that I don't know, there's an issue. That's why John's here. And then John will tell me how great this card is, and then I'll hear from other people how bad it is. That's how it works. So, on that wonderful note, with the Fall Out Boy title we have, let's get out of here. I'm Blake.
I'm Sal.
And he's not Mark.
Nope.
And you listen too.
I'm Mike.
Yes, you are Mike. The Blake and Sal Show with Mark. Have a good day, everybody.
Don't forget to support your local independent wrestling and podcast community. Don't play me off. How dare you? I got to tell people that they need to support their young talent and make sure you throw a chair at their face when you see them.
Uh-oh.
It's really we do the Mark every week, by the way.
And see ya.
So very much. Goodbye. Mwah, and good night.
Bye-bye, bitch. I hate you all. Every single one of you.